Hey everybody, it's me, Jill, and welcome to Jill Informed. This is the recap of The Real Housewives of Orange County, Season 14, Episode 19. Jesus, how many episodes are there going to be? Some fences are made to be broken. Episode 19, you guys. I mean, we've got to be getting close to the end, right? Need to take care of a tiny little bit of business before we begin. I have a new little friend. She is 4 years old. Hi, Deva. I heard that you named your baby doll Jill. You are such a sweet little girl, and it made me so happy. So thank you. Bye. Okay, this episode opens up in Emily and Gina's room. We are still in Key West. Emily is off to visit the Hemingway house. Gina says, okay, I hope you get a good education there. I'll just be here trying to look a little less like a crackhead. Then we cut over to the other room with the Tres Amigas, and they're all laying in bed together, looking like death warmed over. Vicky's leg is wrapped from the toes up to her knee. I don't think we know what happened to her leg yet, though. Vicky's like, ugh, why did the ambulance have to have sirens on it when they took us away? You're worried about the sirens? You were screaming louder than the sirens. Yeah, the end of last episode was like a horror film. Then they're all being very ignorant about who Ernest Hemingway is. What are we doing today? And someone said parasailing. Oh, weren't we supposed to go to that Ernest? Vicky says, I don't know. Who is this Ernest Hemingway? I mean, if you never even heard of him, you may not have read his books or been familiar with them, but how do you not know who Ernest Hemingway is? Tamara asks, why would we have to go to his house? Is he going to give us dinner? I don't, is he live? I don't even know if he's alive. Okay, he's not. So because Gina is not going to the Hemingway house, it's just Emily, Bronwyn, and Kelly. And they're in a car together heading over there talking about what happened to Vicky the night before. And Emily said that Tamara sent me a video of Vicky getting in an ambulance. Of course she did. Because Tamara never takes a day off. The news does not take a day off. Tamara has got to be on top of spreading gossip. Kelly says, I guarantee that Vicky didn't really need an ambulance. There's probably nothing wrong with her. They start talking about how they keep doing everything separately on this trip. And Bronwyn said, it's like you have to pick sides. And Kelly said, yeah, they want you to pick sides. Emily in her confessional said, it's like being back in high school. Only instead of me being a freshman and the senior girls hate me, it's the senior citizens that hate me. So they get to the Hemingway house. Their tour guide is telling them there's a wall of wives, all the pictures of his many wives. And Emily said, Vicky could have a wall of husbands. She's on a roll with the Vicky bashing and the age bashing. Meanwhile, back with the three amoebas, they're still in bed. And now Vicky is talking to Siri. Who is Ernest? Is he an author, and is he still alive? Okay, then in Kelly's confessional, we get to hear how much she knows about Ernest Hemingway. I know Ernest Hemingway as an American author. He was a womanizer. Yeah, he was like a big dick daddy. That's what I know about him. So then the producer off camera asks her, what's your favorite Hemingway book? Kelly, For Whom the Bells Toll. Which, okay, compared to what's happening with the other three, that was genius. I mean, it was very, very close to the actual name. So I'm going to give her that one. Okay, Tamara is cutting off that whole big bandage that was on Vicky. She's cutting it off, and they're like, let's see what's going on here. I don't know if she twisted her ankle. I don't know what, but she has crutches. And so now Vicky is up on the crutches, and you have to watch this because it is nothing short of a Lucy and Ethel episode. We have Vicky on crutches, and she's like, I don't know what's happening here. I think one of them is longer than the other. and she's wobbling, that she falls back. Tamara tries to grab her. She slides down to the floor. They're laughing. Shannon grabs the crutches and says, "This is how you do it." And Shannon is like, boom, boom, kind of pounding her way across the floor and steps on Vicky's foot. Oh my God. I watched it twice, you guys. It was that good. Okay, so now Shannon calls Gina and she's like, all right, what's going on? The other three are back from the Hemingway house. And Gina said, okay, Kelly and Emily and I are going to go jet skiing. And I guess Bronwyn is going to go parasailing with Tres Amigas. When the others come over to Gina's room, she realizes that Kelly has the exact same bathing suit as her. Is it a bathing suit? I'm not sure. It's long sleeves. It looks more like a scuba suit or something like that. Anyway, it's cute. It's white and it's got like these little cutouts. But she sees Kelly in the exact same thing and she's like, oh my God, it's not fair because you have big boobs. Bronwyn goes over to Tres Amigas and meets up with them. And they're like, hi, little girl. We haven't seen you in so long. And she's like, I know. I spoke to you for like 2 minutes yesterday. In her confessional, Bronwyn said, I thought this trip would be like a great opportunity for all of us to work out our issues. Bronwyn, I know you're new here, but come on. A, nobody ever works out their issues on a trip. No, things just get worse. And B, you guys started this season at a healing center. If you couldn't work out your issues there, I don't know why you think you're going to work them out in Key West. Anyway, she said, we've been separated this whole time. We're separated by the rooms we're in. We were separated at dinner. We were separated by cars we were in. And I miss Tamara and Shannon. Not Vicky. Oh, God. This next scene is them getting into the car, and Shannon is pushing Vicky in a wheelchair. Welcome to your future, Shannon. Tamara says, I said the same thing this morning. I feel like I still don't know Bronwyn. We're on a trip together, but I haven't seen her. Don't act like you miss Bronwyn, okay? Okay, I'm beginning to see why Gina likes Tres Amigas. Because they're on jet skis now, and Kelly's zooming, going fast, and Emily's like bouncing over waves and going real fast. Oh, real quick, we find out that Emily's ex-boyfriend is a drug dealer who had a big boat with lots of jet skis. That's where she learned to ride fast. Oh, and now she has Shane. A step up or a step down? I'll let you decide. But Gina, she's afraid of the water. We already know that. But she is just putting along real nice and easy, real driving Miss Daisy. Yeah, I'm beginning to see why Tres Amigas has more her speed. Okay, so back with the other four, he said, okay, so for the two of you that are doing this, here's your life vests. Well, first of all, I thought they were all parasailing. Maybe not. But anyway, I guess Shannon's one of them. So she's like, oh, I don't know if I can do this. And we get a flashback to really one of the best first episodes I've ever seen of a season. This was Orange County last season, and it was the ropes course. And Shannon clutching to a rope. I'm good. I don't need to do this. I'm strong. I don't need to prove anything to anybody. Okay, maybe they're just going two at a time because it is Shannon and Tamara going. I don't know if you guys have ever been parasailing. I did it in Cancun and it was so much fun. Although we did it we took off from the beach and you just you're holding on, you just keep running until you're airborne. So this is off of a boat. I think it's probably easier off the boat. And then also they just kind of reel you in. Back when I did it, there was we had to pull down on a certain rope when they were calling to you. And up there, well, here's the best part of it. Once you get up high, it's so quiet and serene. You would think it would be terrifying being up there, but it's it's calm up there. I can't explain it. It was just so beautiful. But when it was time to come in, the guys are down there trying to, Senorita, and they're like pulling, they're gesturing for me to pull, and I'm enjoying myself. I didn't see them till the last minute. I don't know what would have happened if I never came down. But so I did it, and I mean, and it wasn't hard, but I think if they're just reeling you back down, I think then there's like no room for error, you know. Okay. So the boat guy said, we've had a lot of people that were really terrified to do this, so it's awesome to just see them get up there and relax. Then the camera cuts to Shannon, and she's like, whoa, 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 whoa. No, 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 no. I said no touching the water. Oh, God. That was funny. Okay, so now I don't know if the jet skiers are kind of meeting up to where that boat is with the parasailers, but Kelly gets really excited, and she's like, look, there's a stingray. Look at the stingray. And Emily goes, oh, no, a shark. Look, there's a shark. And you can see the dorsal fin. Gina, in her confessional, she goes, okay, and this is how I die. Listen, I would not want to see a shark. I don't love sharks. Don't think that if I was on a jet ski and I saw one circling around, I would be happily excited. So Gina's like, oh my God, I'm never doing this again. And then you see Kelly's confessional, where she imitates her exactly the same way. Oh my God, I never did it again. And then she starts cracking up. And then she's like, here, hold it. Do you want to hold the starfish, Gina? Here, it'll be good luck. I forgot to tell you that earlier, when they were in more shallow water, Kelly spotted a starfish, and one of the guys who are on the jet skis with them grabbed it for her and gave it to her. And she's been hanging on to it. She's pointing with it. In fact, she was like, she was using it to point at the stingray. Oh, look, there's a stingray. And she's pointing with this big starfish. Now she gives the starfish to Gina. Here, hold it. It's good luck. Yeah. Good luck for everyone except that poor starfish who was yanked out of his home. Like, that's not okay, right? To be holding on to a starfish and acting like it's not a living thing. I don't like that. All right, this is funny, though. Gina's like, okay. So she's holding this starfish, and she goes, no, yeah, okay. I feel like if that shark came back, I have a weapon. First of all, not a weapon, living creature. Secondly, the guy goes, yeah, you'd need a little more than that. What, are you going to poke the shark in the eye with the starfish? Okay, well, all the ladies did not meet up, so maybe that was a different, balloon thing that I was seeing. Because now Emily and the twins are sitting down to have lunch. It's almost worse that the two of them who were doing the same activity are the ones that have the exact same bathing suit on, and then there's just Emily. I mean, it would be okay if two women out of a group of 10 had the same suit, but when it's just 3, it looks like Emily should also have the same bathing suit. So now back on the boat, I guess it was just Tamara and Shannon that were doing the parasailing. They're heading back and they're all talking, and Bronwyn said, I was talking to Kelly and she talked about how she's got anger issues. I wish she wouldn't have done that because they don't have Kelly's best interest at heart. Kelly opened up to you. I don't think you should repeat it to Tamara and Vicky. Tamara's response is she needs electroshock therapy. Okay. Anyway, in both cases, the lunch with Gina, Kelly, and Emily, and then this boat ride, they're both saying, do you think you can have fun tonight because we are all going on a dinner cruise? Kelly's like, well, let's just see how it goes. I have to be able to defend myself. And Tamara said, yeah, totally, we can have fun. Doesn't it sound like it? And then a dolphin jumps into their boat and goes, just kidding. It was Bronwyn laughing. Okay, they're all ready for the dinner, and Tamara's got all these caps that say married AF, single AF, fun AF, like different things, and they're talking about who they all are for. And I think she said that the one for Kelly was crazy AF. That's going to go over well. Anyway, they get in their cars and go. Again, separate cars. Aren't there rooms right next to each other? I swear that's what they said when they first checked into that hotel. But they are literally leaving at different times, and everything is very, very separated on this trip. It's very strange. Now they're all on the boat, and they've got drinks, and the sun is setting, and they're taking all those magic hour selfies. They really do look beautiful. Honestly, their skin is glowing. They just look so pretty. Okay, so now they're passing out the hats. Vicky is engaged AF, Tamara is married AF, Shannon is divorced AF, Gina is single AF, Bronwyn is wild AF, Emily is fun AF, and Kelly is crazy AF. And they're like, we have a hat for you, Kelly. Oh, but we spelled it with a K, so it's not offensive. And she's like, oh, okay. And then she's like, yeah, I'm not wearing this hat. Good for you. You don't have to wear their stupid little hat with the stupid little name that they gave you when you know these are people that don't like you. I wouldn't wear it either. Listen, if it was my friends, I would wear it. But when I know that these hats were made by 2 people that don't like me or 3 people that don't like me, no thanks. So now it's kind of dark. Emily is talking to Kelly. And she starts talking about how she is very reactionary and that she's been yelling a lot in front of her daughter. And then, the gods in heaven above have graced us with a flashback to, I will kill you! You guys know how much I love that. The fact that that was her reaction to the whole Kelly calling her husband a little bitch. Mwah. Perfection. But now she's saying that she realizes she's doing it in front of her kids. And she's actually starting to tear up. And what she tells her is, I saw Annabelle yell at Keller the other day. And she said that she screamed at him. And it kind of stopped Emily in her tracks. She said, I looked at her, and Kelly goes, monkey see, monkey do. And she's like, yes. And that's why I have to get this under control, because I don't want it to affect my daughter. Ugh. Now Tamara walks up, and yet again, Kelly is sort of apologizing. I never should have done that. I should have just come right to you and not talked behind your back. And, you know, you've always kind of been there for me, and no, but okay, that's what's happening. That's what's happening. We're all gonna apologize to Tamara and give her a free pass. And Bronwyn and Gina come walking up to stand right there. I don't know. Is this the last episode? Is this like the big final party where we're gonna see the blurbs about each one of them? That's what this feels like to me. And it is the 19th episode. So Tamara's like, that means a lot to me. And they hug, and Tamara's like, you know, I won't ever say another word again. I won't say anything about you ever again. Yeah, right. Are you kidding? You won't even be able to last until you get off the boat. Oh, okay, now Vicky's there. Probably Shannon, too, because she would be the only one not there. Bronwyn said something like, oh, good, a fresh start. And Tamara goes, and maybe you and Vicky can have a fresh start, too. Kelly goes, and then Vicky said, oh, we did have a fresh start. And then we get a flashback to, I surrender, I surrender, I surrender. And they hugged and made up. But that was fake, as we all know. So what are you talking about, Vicky? Kelly says, yeah, I thought we made up too. And Vicky's like, yeah, then you called me pig. And yeah, well, that didn't happen until after she found out that you were in contact with the woman who is suing her. So, yeah. Let's get our timeline straight, ladies. Yeah. Okay, guys, we are back in Orange County. Bronwyn is telling Sean about the trip and about what she's understanding about the ladies. You know, we just attack each other and then you move on. You just, like, keep it rolling. You jump in a convertible and you vomit off the side. It should be noted that Sean is wearing a new statement necklace. This one might be a turtle. I'm not sure. It's about the size of a small turtle. We see Shannon and Tamara with party planners. I think they're planning an engagement party for Vicky. Okay, now we are at a dinner or a lunch. I'm not sure, but at first I thought it was just Eddie and Tamara and Sean and Bronwyn. But no, it's also Shannon and Babe. This is going to be an interesting dynamic. Shannon and Babe are just showing up now. Okay, well, this did not go as expected at all. They're getting into this whole discussion about Vicky and Kelly. Tamara, of course, brought it up. And she said, it's just a shame because those two are close and they just can't, get together. They've just gone so dirty with each other. Both of them just went so dirty. Shannon said, when you go low, it's hard to get out from that. And they have both done that. Vicky has gone low with me. And they both say that Vicky has gone low with both of them. Tamara said, Vicky's gone low with me. She's gone low with Eddie. And Eddie's like, So, Sean, what are you doing later? No, I'm kidding. Everybody thinks Sean is gay. The rumor is that Eddie is. I used to think I had a sense for that, but maybe I don't. Because you all seem to think they are, and I'm not really getting that vibe. Do I think they're groomed to within an inch of their life? Yes. But I think a lot of guys that are not gay. So I don't know. That's where I'm at with it. So then Shannon said yes, and she went low with David, and she's gesturing to Babe. I don't know that Babe appreciated that, but anyway, this whole this dinner took a little bit of a turn. Tamara said, I was talking to Gina today and she told me that Kelly and Emily are going to an anger management class together. Shannon gets a weird look on her face and she's like, I have been in therapy for many years and I don't think that one anger management class is going to cure Kelly Dodd. Okay, well, maybe she's not going to go to just one. I don't know. I think if somebody is doing anything that is actually a step in the right direction or a step to bettering themselves, I wouldn't just cut it down. Like, oh, that's stupid. What's one class going to do? Well, maybe she'll go to more. I don't know. But it's better than not going to one class at all, right? Then Bronwyn said, I got an invitation to Vicky's engagement party. I have to tell you, I was kind of surprised. Shannon's like, well, we're putting it on. And she said, well, I replied, yes, I'm going to go. And Tamara said, so we're inviting Kelly, right? And Shannon's like, well, yeah, we can't not invite her. So Bronwyn is like, well, yeah. And then, whatever they walk away with is fine, but at least you did your part. So I'm going to guess that Vicky's engagement party is going to be the big end party finale episode. That's probably next week. The next scene is Kelly and Dr. Brian Regan at the batting cages. It's kind of funny because he's acting like, oh, he's teaching her. All right, come on. Yeah, good. You're doing good. All right. And she's hitting them all. He's not hitting any of them. Side note, the only thing creepier than Dr. Brian Regan is Dr. Brian Regan in a batting helmet and a t-shirt. Oof, that is a rough look, guys. So they start talking about Vicky and the Florida trip. Why do they have to have the helmets on while they're talking? Okay? I don't know. I think someone at Bravo saw how bad he looked in it and thought, okay, guys, keep the helmets on. Camera's rolling. Anyway, he asked her if she thought that they could salvage the friendship, and she said no. And he said, then stop trying. And she said, yeah. And she told him that she was invited to this engagement party, but she doesn't see any reason why she should go. He's like, yeah, that's right. You need to think about your priorities. And you're a priority for me. And she goes, so what do you think is next for us? And he said, I think we should think about moving in together. Her smile freezes and she goes, I'm not moving in with you. I'm not moving in with you unless we're engaged. Next, we are at Gina's house and the Cotto house is for sale. They're packing things up. She's talking to her mom on the phone and we get to see that her hair is cut really short. And her mom goes, oh, Gina, that length is very cute on you. And she goes, yeah, well, I had to because my hair was so damaged. I had to take out all those extensions and like cut it short. And I just have to let it get healthy now. But honestly, that length is cute. And I can handle the platinum blonde with dark roots. What was so bad before was the unevenness of how it took, where it was like brassy yellow in spots and ugh. So like I said, she's on the phone with her mom. Her mom's like, so it's final, the house is sold? And she goes, yeah, we have to get out in 2 weeks. And her mom said, so how do you feel about it? And she goes, I feel really good about it. And Matt feels really good about it. And she said, how do you think this will affect your relationship? And she said, well, I think ultimately we decided not to get divorced. Okay, but you sold the house, and so what? Now, like, okay. I have a lot of questions. She said that she thinks that Matt is like in the fight to save his family. I don't know where they're going to live, but... Next, we are at Tamara's house, and she's sitting there with Spencer, and she's like, what's going on with you? He's got different colored hair and a septum ring, and I guess he got 4 new tattoos or something like that. She's worried about him because he broke up with his girlfriend, and he's taking it really hard. And then Ryan comes in, and she's like, oh yeah, Ryan's coming over too. So Ryan walks in, and Spencer said, you look like a struggling alcoholic. Apparently, Tamara just wanted them together because the last time they spoke was through social media and they were angry at each other. But apparently the boys are over it. Ryan, God, I don't know if it's the therapy that's helping him or what, but he sounded mature. I mean, it was good. He said, you called me some really bad names. And then he said something like, and you were fighting with Mom, and that was part of what was making me mad at you. And Spencer said, yes, because when she was going through all that stuff, then she was acting mean to everybody. And then we get a flashback to the lawsuit from Jim Bellino, which I guess really is costing them a lot of money, because this is now like the 3rd time she's talked about it. So I guess, she wasn't in the best of moods. And he said, we weren't talking. We never talk. And she goes, what are you talking about? I was on the phone with you every night for the last 4 nights. I was on the phone with you at 1:30 in the morning. So then we find out it's because of this breakup. And so she's been just kind of talking him through it. And now she's irritated with Spencer. So Tamara's getting upset now, and she's like, this is our family, this is how it is. And she's like, Ryan is not speaking to his father, Spencer's not speaking to his father, Sydney's not speaking to me. This whole family is just so dysfunctional right now. Clearly the boys are uncomfortable because Tamara's like kind of crying. And so Spencer goes, so how about that season 8 of Game of Thrones? And she's like, see, this is what we always do. This is why we never solve anything. And Ryan's like, that's why I always crack jokes. I also understand why Spencer doesn't want to do this on camera. I'm sure he loves that it's on national TV, that he had to talk to his mom for hours and hours about his breakup. Poor kid. Next, we are meeting with the therapist for Emily and Kelly and their anger management. So they're having this therapy session at the beach, and they're sitting on blankets, and he starts by saying, I want to know what you guys want to get out of this. What are you here for? And Emily said, well, I feel like I'm very quick to anger. I feel like when my husband says something, I just snap right away. And, even though sometimes he deserves it, he doesn't always deserve it. And I think I'm just very quick to anger. And the therapist said, and why do you think that is? And I'm crossing my fingers for Kelly to say, because he's a little bitch. But no, she keeps quiet. And Emily said that she thinks it's her childhood. It's Kelly's turn, and she said, that was not the case for me. I had a good childhood, but my mom had a sharp tongue. And we get this really wonderful montage of Kelly going off on people. If you didn't see the episode, you really need to look it up. So the therapist has an exercise for them. He wants them to both close their eyes and think about the person in their life or the people in their life who it is not difficult to love them. They both do that. Kelly said it's Jolie. Emily says that it's her 3 kids. he said, okay, now I want you to think about the people in your life with whom it is difficult to love them. And Emily said her parents. And Kelly said Vicky, Eric, and Michael. Eric is her brother, I think. Michael, her ex-husband. And he said, okay, so then he had Emily close her eyes and repeat, may you be happy, may you be healthy, may you be peaceful, while she is thinking about the people that are difficult. So she repeats all that. Then he said, okay, Kelly, now I want you in your mind's eye to picture Vicky. And Bravo shows us this. And she goes, I want to punch her in the face. Not the answer you were looking for, was it? Anyway, they get to a pretty good place where when she is irritated by something Vicky says and she wants to attack her, the exercise is for Kelly to picture Jolie in her mind and imagine her seeing Kelly, watching how she reacts, and learning from Kelly. Basically, he's saying, let that be your guide to how to behave. I mean, I think it'll be hard to do, but it's a good idea. All right, so, oh boy, does this guy work for Bravo or what? He gets her to go to Vicky's engagement party. Yeah, basically he's equating her facing Vicky to like immersion therapy, right? Where someone has a phobia, but the only way to get over something is to do it, experience it, and see that you can come out on the other side. You can survive it. So if someone's afraid of snakes, you would introduce them to snakes, that kind of thing. People afraid to fly, they have them do it, So he said, let me back up for 1 second. He first asked her how she's dealing with Vicky. Is it by avoidance? And she said, yeah, I've been trying to avoid her. And then that's when he suggested, maybe instead of avoiding her, go to the same function she's at. See how, use your tools that you learned here today and see if you can make it work and have a different result. So, yeah. And Emily is telling her, I think it'll give her an opportunity to see that she can be there, she can be around Vicky, and she can be classy. No, I wouldn't go that far, but yeah, we'll see. That's where this episode ends. Okay, so next week is going to be the finale episode, and it is going to be Vicky's engagement party. And then everything's going to be a little bit different in the following weeks when they show the reunions. I think part 1 is going to be on Wednesday night. I think it might have to do with all the holidays that are coming up at the end of the year here. So I'm not entirely sure what my schedule is going to be. But if you click on that little bell, you'll be notified when I have a new video out, whenever it is. So I am going to try and keep on some kind of a schedule over the holidays, but we'll see. I have a life too, believe it or not. Not much of one, but I do have a life and a family. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks again to Deva for naming her doll after me. Give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Don't forget to leave a message. I love to hear from you guys. I will be back next Tuesday at 1 p.m. Central Time for the next recap, the finale episode of The Real Housewives of Orange County. Bye.